Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Snap, and tonight I'm going to be playing a new deck. It's just a one-drop Khazar Blue Marvel Onslaught ongoing deck. It's one of a few that I'll probably try on the grind up the ladder. So let's give it a shot and see how it goes, starting at rank 24 tonight. Alrighty. Let's open with Mantis. Cards here have -1 power. I probably should have played more than just Yondu here. Opponent plays Mr. Fantastic as well. So I floated 1 mana just because I wasn't thinking enough about what I was doing. Thinking Angela, Squirrel Girl, Ant-Man. Seems strong. So Khazar, Nightcrawler, and then turn 6 Onslaught. Or would I rather have Khazar on Olympia with Onslaught? I'm behind by a little bit more there, but my opponent has more opportunities to play cards there. And my opponent has more opportunity to play cards there. So let's go like this, because I consider, Olympia is a bigger threat. More slots available and more power for my opponent, and I can decrease Lizard. So this might not be Onslaught. Can I actually beat my opponent at Olympia? If I just went America Chavez at Sewer System, would that be enough to win? Probably, right? Let's do it. Yep. Great. Alrighty. Off to a fine start. I like Khazar and Blue Marvel because they allow you to pressure multiple locations at once. You can provide some power at the location that you play them at, and they can buff cards at other locations as well. Which can lead to some unpredictability for the opponent. Got rid of the Rocket Raccoon. Let's throw Angela, Monster Metropolis. Oh, Electra kills the Yondu. morph. What's he gonna get? Not the blue marble. Oh. Well, this is looking like a retreat. If my opponent snapped, I would retreat immediately. Let's try this. Yeah, this is not going well, I would say. That's a nice reversal for the Angela. We'll see. We'll see. I do have to top deck something. Well, it'll be America's Chavez, right? Oh no, I forgot. Lamentus 1. No, blank turn 6. That was a foolish snap. Oh, but my opponent retreated. Okay. I guess they were out of cards too, right? Yeah. I should have, I did not think about Lamentus 1 at all. That was foolish. So I should have been thinking about that and what my opponent could conceivably have for their last card. It could be anything, really. But apparently, my opponent didn't like whatever they had much. Angela carried that game. Alrighty. I just unlocked Rocket Raccoon. I'm thinking about swapping him in for Nova. I don't think Nova's going to go off very often. It really needs a location trigger to, because I don't play any self-destruction cards. So that's like a niche case use. A niche, very niche card, the Nova in this deck. And Rocket Raccoon, maybe a little bit less niche. We'll see, I'll try Nova a couple more games and then I'll swap it out for Rocket Raccoon. Got the Mantis. Gives me Sentinel, okay. Let's see. Do I want to play Sentinel or should I play... I'll wait on the Swarm. And we'll just go Sentinel at Stark Tower. Yeah, Sentinel Stark Tower. I can fill up Stark Tower anytime, really. Card with the highest power gets +3. Let's go Squirrel Girl. Alright, I like that play. Puts 3 cards on the Monster Metropolis, and I don't usually like to do that early, but one of them's Nightcrawler, and I can move him away. So where do I want Khazar and Blue Marvel? Thinking Stark Tower. Well, I don't have to put Blue Marvel there. It could be Khazar and Onslaught if I draw him. Which doesn't look likely. I don't think Angela is the play here. Mr. Fantastic Sentinel. Sentinel on Stark Tower. Let's do that. And this is looking pretty good, right? No, maybe not. With the blue marvel should be okay. We'll see. My opponent does have another slot on Stark Tower. Well, good thing he didn't put Odin on Stark Tower. That Gamora hurt. Don't know if I played that well. I'll have to think about that game later. Blue Marvel went up to 6. That's pretty bad news. I would rather it go on a 1-drop. When you play a card, add a copy to your opponent's hand. Well, I don't want to give him a copy of Mr. Fantastic. Well, do I care? Not sure that I do care that much, actually. You'd have to play it off curve. Which means he'd have to float a mana if he wants to play this next round. So I'll do it. Doctor Strange, he's playing a movement deck. Interesting. So I'm gonna be buffing the Khazar with Onslaught. We'll do that at the icebox. Oh, that hurts. So if only Blue Marvel wasn't 6 cost. I do not like my chances in this one. Alright, well. Sure. Heimdall. And the squirrel gets the embassy victory. Interesting. That may be the first time I've seen an actual movement deck. Alrighty. Nova would be good in this situation. Probably this will be the game I won't draw him though. This is exactly the situation for Nova. That's good, because I wasn't sure I had a good turn 2 play. I was probably going to be floating a mana. Now I got the Mr. Fantastic. Now give me Nova. Okay. Seems like we have similar decks. That's good. Don't think I can play Sentinel actually. Because if I do, I need... Well, no, I can. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. One squirrel's gonna die, but that's fine. Fills up Tinker's Workshop a little prematurely. But that's okay. Blue Marvel Onslaught. Enchantress would be quite painful. Or would Khazar Colossus be better? Colossus here would be... Khazar would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Onslaught would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the thing is, I kind of need the power more at the Daily Bugle. What if my opponent plays... So I can add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go Colossus Khazar. I think that's better. I would like more time to do the math. Oh, okay, looks like my opponent doesn't have Blue Marble, so... That's gonna be good. So far, so good with this deck. And the Nova actually came into play there. So is Nova better than Rocket Raccoon? I guess it depends on how often you actually hit the Rocket Raccoon. Would it be more than 1 in 3? If it's a first turn play. Got the domino. Interesting. So Nova will be good at Warrior Falls. Should I throw him there now? It's efficient. I don't have a turn 3 play. No, I want to wait. Wait until I have more cards on the board. And my opponent, preferably when my opponent puts something at Warrior Falls, can throw Nova there. Oh man, that's terrible. Can throw Nova at Warrior Falls. Nova can fight. Now I don't have a good time to play him though. I should have played him there right now. Because I have 4, 5, and 6 plays already. This does not look good. That was not a good play, not playing the Nova there. It would only have meant a buff of +2. But +2 could end up being the difference. Oh geez, he copies my onslaught. Ouch. So, let's see. I don't like this one bit. If my opponent snaps, I will retreat. These are just awful locations for me. I'm not confident. Does my opponent have ongoing cards? Seen no evidence of it. Maybe the America Chavez is good for the win. I'll risk it. Oh, it is. Great. I honestly forgot about the Apocalypse in their hand, which was not good play, but it didn't end up mattering. If I had thought about it, I would have realized that America Chavez was good for the win anyway. Card moves here, destroy it. I don't have a way to get Nova to move there. Just gonna play Nova for tempo play here. It's not likely that I'll be able to save it for a destruction effect. Nightcrawler, okay. Probably should have put Angela left. Fisk Tower. Now that I think about it. Okay. Nexus. Well, this game will be all about the Nexus. I don't have a real good deck for the Nexus. Not Onslaught. Okay, that's fine. That's... Well, it was 50-50, so... Higher rolling. Higher, not high rolling. Let's see. So let's go... Squirrel Girl. Ant-Man. Nightcrawler. Yeah. Well, maybe Nightcrawler should go mid with Angela. It fills it up, but then I can play Blue Marvel. I can still play move Nightcrawler if I need to. Jessica Jones, that's pretty good for my opponent. Let's move the Nightcrawler. Blue Marvel Onslaught. Maybe I could have waited to move Nightcrawler. It gives away less. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have waited until turn 6 to move Nightcrawler. It tells my opponent too much information. He's thinking about what to do. He's probably thinking about whether or not he wants to let Jessica Jones get her buff. Because he may not have the cards to completely fill up the Nexus slots if he doesn't play something this round. Hard to say. No, he hit the Star-Lord buff. If he's got something big to play at Nexus, I probably just lose. So I'm not going to snap here. If he played like Hulk or something there, would I lose? I would take some math to figure out. I'm not sure. He's got something big. Odin. Well, guess I should have snapped. Getting close to moving into pool 2. I'm uncertain if I want to do that or if I want to go all the way up to infinite in pool 1 and do the same thing in pool 2 and then in pool 3. Just to really get the chance to figure out which cards are best in each pool. Although I don't know that it's necessary to stay in pool 1 in order to do that. We'll see. So cards cost 1 less. Move all cards 1 location to the right. I don't want to play things to the danger room if I can help it. I'll save Ant-Man for later. Maybe turn 6 I can load up on the danger room with small cards. See what I draw. Mr. Sinister gets zapped. Okay. He's got Blue Marvel as well. So where are we at? Move there. We'll go Onslaught. Squirrel. For now, that's fine. I don't see any reason to play Ant-Man or Nova this round. Do I even need to play Squirrel this round? I don't think so. Or Onslaught? Depending on what I draw next round, I suppose. I may not even need to play Onslaught this round. Oh, I do have America Chavez. I forgot about that. I guess I don't know my deck well enough. I'll take the 25% chance of buffing everyone over the +2 buff, the guaranteed +2 for... Maybe that's bad though. So you'd be a guaranteed +2 plus... I'll take the chance, the 25% chance. Let's go for it. Oh, Danger Room zapped him. Oh, that's a bummer that he didn't have that for Onslaught. Mr. Fantastic, Blue Marvel, Kazar. Interesting. Yeah, it's frustrating when you play the counter card in your deck, but aren't able to use it. One more for tonight. So I don't want to give away that I don't want to win Hala. Okay, now it doesn't matter. I can play on curve. Ongoing effects here are doubled. That's very good for my deck. Just play on curve. What do I draw to play this round? Perfect. Absolutely perfect top deck. Oh, I didn't lose there though? Whoops, I buffed them too much. Aw. Oh well. So let's see. Blue Marvel would top me at Hala. So let's just go. That should win it. Okay, well, that'll be all for tonight. Well, for this video. And I can say I liked the deck quite a bit. As I don't think I lost a game. So, we can talk about what cards I rejected in this deck, why I chose some of the cards I did. As I discussed earlier, I was considering Rocket Raccoon for Nova, but actually I think in a few games Nova played quite well, and I liked it. It's got a higher ceiling than Rocket Raccoon in terms of what it can do, because Rocket Raccoon maxes out at 1/4 and Nova can go higher than that as he buffs everyone. So if there's more than 2 cards on the table, when Nova hits, he hits bigger than Rocket Raccoon. Now Nova only hits when you get a location effect that can destroy a card, and that's not going to be very often. In fact, it's probably going to be less than Rocket Raccoon. I don't know if Rocket Raccoon hits 33% of the time, 50% of the time, or whatever, but his buff is going to go off more often, but it's going to go off smaller. I like the Nova here. I'm going to keep it. Iron Fist, Korg. I like Korg a little bit. Didn't see a reason to play him over anything else in the deck, though. Maybe over Mantis. I'm not sure. Mantis I liked a little bit. She hit her ability a couple of times. Yondu I like a little bit. Uatu I don't really like. So, and Misty Knight, Hawkeye I don't really like. Angel don't really like. Iron Fist don't see a reason to play in this deck. And Blade I'm not benefiting from any discarding. So that's why I don't run any of the other 1-drops. Some of the 2-drops synergize. Well, I mean, none of the 2-drops really synergize. Some of the 2-drops are good, but they don't really synergize, and so I don't run them over Angela, who's phenomenal in this deck. Mr. Fantastic, I think, synergizes very well with Onslaught and with the general idea of pressuring all 3 locations. That's what these ongoing effects really do well. Blue Marvel and Kazar really pressure multiple locations well. And in ways that are a little bit unpredictable too, and result in the opponent thinking they're ahead and snapping only to lose. Especially the bots will do that, and when you're at the low levels, that is important. It can help you level a lot faster if you can convince the bots that they're winning and then beat them in the end, because they will snap and then you will get 8 cubes. America Chavez I like just to thin the deck, makes it more likely I'll draw Kazar, Blue Marvel, Onslaught. And there were a couple of games where she was actually the best play, I think. So I like that card in this deck. Are there other 6-drops? Professor X is a really interesting card. I don't think he fits in this deck. Claw is a very interesting card. He fits with the theme of ongoing buffs and cards that pressure multiple locations, and so I could see an argument for no America Chavez and yes to Claw. That would be an interesting experiment. Or possibly no to America Chavez and yes to Spectrum. But this isn't really all ongoing effect deck, so I don't like Spectrum as much. But I could make a case for Claw. instead of America Chavez, but I like America Chavez. I really like the concept of thinning cards out of your deck, and that's what she does, because you always draw this on turn 6 and not before, so you're never going to draw it before you want it. You'll always have it for the times that you may need it. Overall, I liked the deck, and I'll continue to play it in future videos. At least one more, probably. So, thank you for watching.